Hello and welcome to the show where your host Charlie, that's me, tries to teach you British English at the same time as adding to your cultural awareness of British people. And today we have an episode with the one and only Harry, and we're going to be talking about some very serious philosophical questions that us two British people will try to solve together. Are you doing all right, Harry? Are you ready for this challenge?
I'm ready. I'm ready to solve some philosophical questions. Yes.
Have you ever been told that you look like you would be good at philosophy? You know, stopped on the street and said, have you ever done philosophy at uni?
No, but I think a lot of my conversations often go in that direction. And then people say, oh my God, we're going deep. And then I go, yeah, you're right. Someone did say something funny, though, the other day. I was in Five Guys, you know, the fast food restaurant.
Ah, yes. Burgers and good burgers. Good premium burgers.
Great. I'd say great burgers.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
yeah,
great.
They are lovely. Anyway, we had just ordered our burgers. Me and my my sister's boyfriend.
Husband?
No, not husband. No,
oh.
Boyfriend. No.
Sorry.
We talked about. And, oh, they've only been together 10 years. Come on, give them some time. And he doesn't listen to this. It's fine. And these guys, a group of young, they were chavs. They were
Five
chavs.
guys.
Five guys. There were five guys, walked into Five Guys. I said, hey guys. They started speaking to me and they were really drunk.
All of them at once.
All at the same time. I was like, whoa. One at a time, please. They were very, very drunk. And they were laughing at Rob, right? Rob, my sister's boyfriend, Rob, he wears glasses. Not husband. Looks a little bit geeky. Okay. And they looked at him. They're like, and they said, you know what you look like? You know what you look like? You look like an architecture. And we were like, right. Okay. You look like an architecture. Oh my God.
Oh, that's
not an
brilliant.
not an architect, but an architecture.
Yeah. I can see why you thought of that when I said, do you look like somebody who does philosophy?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, yeah, they should have turned to me and said, and you look like a philosophy.
Yeah.
But no, they didn't. They didn't say that. I wish
either way,
would have. Wish they had. I wish they had.
Wish they had, yeah. Either way, it sounds like you're up to the task.
Definitely.
Yeah, since getting glasses, I feel like I'm more able to fit the bill of this. I think people take me as more of a nerd, but also academic. I've made friends since having these glasses, and I think they have given me like maybe 10 more points in the IQ realm.
10 very well needed points.
Yeah, desperately needed.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? We're so superficial, aren't we, people?
Before you begin, I'd like to let you know that we now have an official app released for the British English podcast. You can now listen to this podcast on the new app and get all of the learning resources along with it. And for those of you who are just listening on your favourite podcast app, then I've got a present for you. Download the app, sign up to the course called Free Podcast Worksheets, and you will find every single episode available for you to listen to along with the free worksheet for that episode. A huge resource right there waiting for you to enjoy. So go download it right now at your app store, either by typing in BEP, or the British English Podcast. Links are also in the show notes. Enjoy this episode.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You see a pair of glasses and you think, oh, he's professional. And
I will tell you though, I think I needed glasses more since doing so much reading on the computer, like doing all this website designing and like the podcast editing and all the things that came with writing these emails. I think it made me realize that I need glasses. And I think if I was a manual laborer, I wouldn't have noticed as much. I genuinely mean it. Sometimes I'm looking at the screen and I can barely see it because I'm like, oh.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, it definitely strains your eyes, doesn't it? And probably more likely to, have your vision getting worse and worse because of looking at a screen all the time. Definitely, that makes sense.
Yeah, I feel like we could create our own philosophical question out of this topic. But I bought some trousers today.
Here's an update from me. I bought some trousers. Yeah.
You didn't ask me how I was, but I wanted to say it. I bought some trousers today.
I'm pretty good, actually. I bought some trousers today.
And I felt chuffed to bits. Put them on. And I thought, these look great. And I went down to the coffee shop and started doing some emails and stuff and then walked home. And I felt like the coffee baristas were laughing at me because they kind of know my work schedule. They know that I go to a coffee shop and then they go home. Like they know I don't work in an office. So when they saw these trousers, I think they thought, he's just put them on for us, the little sad twat. He's going to go home and wear those.
Did they laugh at you? Did they make a comment about your trousers? Or did you tell them?
Didn't make
I've just bought some trousers.
They said, flat white? I said, trousers? New?
Were they white trousers? Were they white linen trousers?
Weird that you said that. I bought some white ones. And Stacey said, send them back right now. You're not allowed them. So I went back and I thought, right, I'm just going to nip in, swap them for another color, and then, be happy and on my way. $200 later, I had like 6 more items in my bag. I got carried away, but I did exchange the white pair for a grey or a light khaki color. I'd say grey. Anyway,
I can see you in that color. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are they like? Kind of a lightweight kind of trouser.
They're more of a chino, sorry.
Right.
And they've got this sort of the style that cool Asian people wear, I'd say.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, trying to imagine what a cool Asian person might wear. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's kind of high-waisted, but you got a t-shirt over it, so you can't see that. And then and then you got the
don't cover it up.
The trouser fold is at the front, not the sides, or the ironing. You iron it in half, if you know what I mean.
Right.
And then it's slightly short, so you can see your ankles.
Right. Is that because you have them pulled up so high?
Yeah. That's
the style.
That is the style. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, it's quite cool nowadays, isn't it, to show your socks? I guess it has been for about 5 years.
Yeah, I wonder when
it say, jack ups. But then if you're in a cool city, you kind of get away with wearing things like that. But then you go back to your town or your village, and everyone looks at you like you're a complete weirdo. And you can even hear them making comments about you as you walk out of the coffee shop with your flat white.
That's spot on, because I went back to the UK to see my family and you, and my sister and her husband, not boyfriend, they made a comment about it. They were like, is this actually a fashion, or is this just you being weird? And I got annoyed. No, I said, it's just me. And then I got on the train.
it's everyone in a cool place.
And then I got on the train to London. And as soon as I was like, within zone 4 or something, everyone's got them on. So I was like, my sister and husband, they just need to get a train up to London, see for themselves.
Need to
Everyone's
get a life.
exposing the sock.
Mhm,
God,
mhm.
get a life, exactly.
I felt the older I get, the more colourful I want to dress. Like, and I wanna dress in a more interesting way. But then when I meet up with friends from school, the ones that live in Bedford still, the ones that haven't escaped Bedford, they still dress like their mum dresses them. You know, it's like nothing interesting. They're probably quite expensive clothes, but it's just like no color, no, like nothing remotely different or out there. And if I wear something at all different, they just rip the pee out of me, the piss, which isn't nice. And I think I need some new friends.
Right. Yeah. Well, get on that train, baby. Get to zone 4 to 1 or
Take
1
me
to 4.
Zone 4.
Right. We've warmed up enough, I think, for the first conundrum. Conundrum. Can you remember the definition of that word?
Not word for word.
Not a walking, talking dictionary.
Conundrum, like a puzzle of something very complicated that you must try to solve.
Yeah, a basic explanation, a problem that is difficult to deal with.
Countdown Conundrum was a mixture of letters, all in a random order, and you had to figure out what word they could be rearranged to spell.
Yeah, I think that might be the other meaning. A question that is a trick, often involving a humorous use of words that have two meanings. Maybe. Anyway, a problem that is difficult to deal with, and we are going to take it head on. So we're going to go with this one. Some people say that having children is the meaning of their life. In what way is that a good idea? And in what way might that make no sense?
Having children is the meaning of life. In what way is that a good way to live or not? Well, I guess you could say in a way it is the meaning of life because, you know, we are put here to recreate. And some of my Bible-loving students would tell me that there are definitely quotes in the Bible that said, you know, you need to flourish and create as many men and women upon the earth as possible. You're going to rule the earth. So you could say that's the meaning of life. But then, you know, there are other chapters of the Bible that probably say, you know, that it's the meaning of life is to be happy. Like, I just think the meaning of life, the point is to be happy, to not damage the planet as, you know, too much, but not at all, if possible.
Not at all.
Be happy, be a good person, and spread love. I think that's for me, that's the meaning of life. But I don't know. What do you think?
What do I think? Well, you've just said the big one of the meaning of life. I don't know if we can, you know, answer.
I haven't actually
away.
Answered the question, have I?
No, you haven't. So some people say that having children is the meaning of their life. In what way is that a good idea?
And so the question is, in what way is that a good idea?
Yeah. And in what way might that not make sense?
Well, how do you feel about this? Because you really want children, right? And you've told me that, well, I know for a fact you want to have children. And a lot of your endeavors are inspired and your decisions are kind of informed by, you know, your desire to have kids in the future, right?
Yes, I suppose so. I am lying to you all the time. I just say that to sound normal. Secretly, I want to hide away in a closet and just record podcasts forevermore.
Well, we all know you're in the closet.
Check the glossary, guys, for that one. I would say that I was talking to Stacey about this, actually. Having a child, obviously, you immediately, well, if you're a half decent one, you immediately think that they are your world and that's your issue. But I did put the analogy towards her as it's a bit like an old lady getting a new dog. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. What, having kids is a bit like an old lady getting a new dog?
Yeah, because we we've got so many. I mean, we do need to keep the demographic right, like the population and the aging and all that. But we've got too many people on this planet, I think.
I definitely
and to have,
agree with that.
Yeah, and to have more, it seems greedy of us. Let some nature, come on, have its say. But yeah, so I feel like we don't need them that much. And so just having one is kind of like an easy way to have a purpose in life. Like an old lady who's lost her way, you give her a dog, she feels like she has a purpose to get up and walk the dog and feed it and stuff. Or an old man, I'm not being sexist in this conversation.
Yeah, thank you. I was going to say, what about the old men who have lost their way, who've lost their marbles?
Yeah, well, they normally die first.
Old men?
Well, women statistically live a couple of years longer than men, apparently.
Would you be annoyed if Stacey outlived you?
Did you know that we have a 45-minute long audiobook that also comes with an ebook to read along with, teaching you 10 of the most useful idioms that you can use to sound like a native level speaker? The next time that you want to impress someone, be it for a job interview or an English exam like the IELTS test, then you can whip out one of these phrases and really wow them. We've selected these 10 because they're daily idioms. They're ones that you can use in many, many situations. So you won't be wasting your time learning a random idiom that you'll never really get the chance to use. And the even better news is that we're giving this audiobook and ebook away for free. And all you need to do is find it in the show notes of this episode. Head over to thebritishenglishpodcast.com and find it in the homepage. Or, just like the free worksheet for this episode, go to thebritishenglishpodcast.com/freebies. That is FREEBIES.
I guess you wouldn't be annoyed because you'd be dead.
Yeah, I'd be selfishly happy. I'd be like, haha, I'm not mourning your death. I'm joking.
So you'd rather die first?
No, I mean, maybe I'm so heartful. I'm so kind that I would want it the other way. Maybe we do a Romeo and Juliet kind of moment when we're 89. And
I would definitely pretend to take the poison. Just keep one eye open. Have you taken it? Have you actually taken it?
And then you both do that and you end up in a stalemate for about 15 hours. Just one eye.
Yeah, trying to kill each other. Oh, God. No, I think I see what you're saying there. Yeah, having kids definitely gives purpose to your life. Yeah. And I think a lot of people do it for that reason. We like to feel like life is building towards something, don't we? That we're always progressing and developing, and we're building up to something big, which is, well, our death, really. But a way of having family around us, I guess it's a good way of shielding us from the inevitable death. And it's, it's a way for us to kind of live on through something else. So I think maybe that's why people want to have kids. And it does definitely gives your life purpose. Absolutely. Like right now in my life, I'm really enjoying being an uncle. For some reason, the last 6 months, or 4 months maybe, since becoming single, actually, I value being an uncle above most things right now. I love spending time with my niece and nephew, especially my niece. She is so cute, and my heart just melts when I see her, and I see it. Yeah. No, I love Fred to bits as well. My nephew.
Hello, Fred.
Amazing.
Go away. Yeah.
So is Molly coming today or no? It's no, I love seeing them, and I see why Luke and Kate, my brother and his wife, they want to have kids. I definitely see it.
And thinking about going forward without kids, that would, I'm 10 years into my relationship. I don't think we can do many more years without getting bored of each other unless there's a new challenge.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. We've lived in different countries to distract ourselves from each other. Like it's been a challenge that's exciting for both of us together. But when the dust settles, it's like, it's just us. It's just us now. No, I'm joking. I want children. I think it's a good idea, but I don't know if it's the only good idea. And I certainly don't think you need to have children.
It's having challenges, isn't it? Like you said, like it's like moving to other countries. I know you jokingly said it was a distraction, but it's the challenge that you both face and you got through together. And then you end up, really enjoying your time in these different countries. And, having kids, there's probably no bigger challenge, is there? Like than being a parent and bringing up, unless like you want to be the prime minister or something, but like bringing up children and doing it well, like that is something that requires all of your time and all of your energy, really.
What do you reckon you would be better at being a father of 7 or prime minister for 6 months?
I reckon, oh my God. Well, prime minister, I don't know. You have so many advisors around you, don't you?
You do.
To be a prime minister. Like, do you really have to make that many decisions? Probably have to make quite a few, to be fair.
You've got to do a lot of speeches, but they probably, is it the right word, vet? They vet it for you?
Yeah. Do you think I would actually have to write them? I wouldn't want to write them. No, they'd have other people writing them, surely. Anyway, that would be a bloody nightmare. Not just because of the speeches, but like, God, no, because you can't please everyone, and I would struggle having so many people that hate me. So
yeah,
and it's politics. I hate politics. I can't talk about politics. I hate it. No, thank you. I'd rather be bring me seven kids.
7 kids coming your way. Okay.
Only for 6 months, though. Only for 6 months, or are they for life?
Well, they probably will be for life. Yeah, I think you get the prime minister role for 6 months, but you do get kids for life normally.
There's always adoption.
Yeah.
There's always adoption.
Okay. All right. We're going to go on to the next one. Harry, is it ever okay to steal? What if you were very poor? Would it be okay to steal food to feed your family? Where should the line be drawn? Whoa.
That's deep.
That makes me want to ask, have you ever stolen? Have you ever stolen anything?
Yeah, when I was a kid, I used to steal. Probably when we were like 12 or something, me and my friends started stealing sweets now and then.
1 penny sweets or?
No, sometimes we'd grab like packets of sweets. Like we'd like put several things. When it got to its worst point, we got to our peak in crime. We were probably like putting 5 or 6 packs of, I'm talking Polos, fruit gums, fruit pastels, Mars bars, stuff like that into our bags. Yeah. So like, maybe £5 worth of things sometimes. That's when it got really bad.
You were a right wrong'un.
I know, I was wrong'un. Terrible.
Fell in with a terrible crowd. Or would you say that you were the influencer within that group?
I wouldn't say I was the main kind of. I didn't like instigate it, or maybe I did sometimes. I don't know. I don't know who instigated it. I think we were all. I was pretty up for it, to be honest with you. I enjoyed the rush of it, but yeah, I quickly grew out of it. Sometimes I do. I still. You know what? I still steal regularly. Plastic bags. Plastic bags. When they started charging for plastic bags, that really pissed me off.
Mr. Giles is going to take a stand against the 5p bag.
does annoy me. And I try not to use, I do try to reuse the thousands of plastic bags that I have, that I've stolen, that I have in my kitchen. Sometimes I forget though. And so when I'm at the self-service, I'll take a bag. You're supposed to say at the beginning of the transaction, you say like, I'm using my own bags, or I want to pay for a plastic bag. And I normally just say I'm using my own.
Yeah, brilliant, genius. Did you know that they've got little webcams on those? Have you ever seen them?
I do. I love them. Yeah, I love them. I check my hair every time.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah. You look into the lens when you opt for the option that is showing that you're lying.
Yeah.
Are you lying to my webcam face? Yeah.
Yeah.
Look how new this looks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
It was just in pristine condition when I first got it. There goes my dad. Yes. So what about you? But I didn't answer the question again. Did you? No, you asked if I've stolen, right? You asked if I stole. So I did answer the question. Yeah. Well done, me. What about you? Have you stolen, Charlie? I bet you've stolen a few hearts. Oh.
Have I stolen? I remember my friend stole, well, he wasn't our friend. He was in our friendship group and he stole all of our Pokemon cards, which was very upsetting. But no, I remember, I think I did actually steal a burger once when I was in year 7. When I was in year 7, I was talking to Stacey about this actually. In the canteen at school, they had these like 70p cheeseburgers. And my friends used to always steal like the £3.10 pepperoni paninis, and they'd put them in the inside of their blazers like a baller, this bold, quite a substantial item to hide. And they would slip it in and just walk out. £3.10, yeah. And then I'm doing inflation, of course. 10 years ago or 20 years ago, it was £2.10.
You could get 4 burgers for that.
You do the math, yeah, exactly. But I felt like I needed to steal something because they were showing off. And I was so nervous. My heart was through the roof. I slipped the burger in and I walked past. I thought my days are over. I thought they're going to catch me out and this is it. But they didn't. And I ate it and it didn't taste good. No. I mean, they were terrible burgers, but it didn't taste good.
So you didn't enjoy the taste of crime?
No, it wasn't for me. And I never went back, I don't think.
Good for you. What was the burger?
Yeah, it was a cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger. We used to have those cheap burgers at school. They were 80p in my school.
Okay.
I remember they were in this horrible kind of paper wrapping.
Yeah, exactly.
Really greasy. You could see all the grease coming through the.
Yes. Yeah. When I told Stacey that, she was very confused because she went to a much smaller school and the canteen gave it to you on a plate, like a proper hotel buffet or something.
Oh, right.
And she was imagining me shoving this boiling hot bap in my clothes and the meat and the juices going everywhere. And she was just like, why would you do that? And the panini as well. It seems crazy. You guys, don't they think that you're going to put it on a plate? But we had wrappers.
Yeah, no, it's nice. I'm sure if you'd asked for a plate, they would have given you one. Not if you've stolen the burger.
No. I've just stolen this burger, but do you mind if I have a plate for that?
You could take your own plate, maybe.
Could do, yeah. But yeah, back to the stealing philosophical question. Is it ever okay to steal? What if you were very poor? Would it be okay to steal food to feed your family? Where should the line be drawn? To be fair, I didn't have much money on my canteen card. So I was hungry. I was hungry and I am my family. So I was feeding my family. But yours was sweets, and that is a luxury that would be taxed. That's naughty. That's not feeding your family.
No, I wasn't. Yeah, you were doing something quite heroic, whereas I was just breaking the law.
Is that where the line should be drawn? Whether it's a taxable luxury item?
I think if there's a genuine necessity and you can't find it elsewhere, then it's understandable and maybe more forgivable. But yeah, we should try not to steal. But nowadays you can find, like, if you are homeless and you need some food, there are places where you can go. You know, there are shelters and stuff. But I don't know, if you are desperate, I mean, what are you going to do? You need to get some food somehow. So maybe.
All right. So the next one. Imagine your school introduces a new rule making it okay to bully classmates who are caught bullying others. Would it be right or wrong to follow this rule?
We will leave it there for part 1 of today's episode. Thank you very much for listening up to this point. If you did want to listen to part 2 and part 3 of this conversation, then you can head over to thebritishenglishpodcast.com and check out the Premium Podcast or Academy memberships. The Premium Podcast gives you access to the full conversation along with extended glossaries, transcripts, and flashcards, whereas the Academy gives you all of that plus exclusive videos and audios for the season-based episodes, explaining the vocabulary, exampling them, giving you quizzes, writing assignments, and weekly speaking classes on Zoom. But if you were just here for part 1 of this conversation, then I thank you very much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the show. Do grab that free worksheet by clicking the link in the show notes. My name's Charlie, and I will see you next week on the British English Podcast.